Good Wednesday evening, everybody. We have power briefly, so I'm going to start giving you a weather forecast. If it goes to black, it's because we lost power again, unfortunately. I hope you're all in your homes, staying as warm as possible and staying safe. Make sure you're staying off the roads. We're going to see pretty dangerous road conditions as we head throughout the overnight hours. Southern parts of the Brazos Valley within this purple area, this is actually a winter weather advisory, and this does include Brazos County, including Bryan College Station. So just keep that in mind. This continues throughout the overnight hours into Thursday morning because we're expecting that residual moisture on the roadways that melted today that's going to freeze into a solid sheet of ice. And then we're going to see a little bit of snow on top of that. This winter storm warning just expired within the past few minutes, so this is no longer in effect, but northern parts of the area still going to see tricky travel out there with the icy and snowy roads across northern parts of the Brazos Valley. If we can switch to the next slide, you can see that those temperatures are going to continue to fall as we head throughout the overnight hours. By around 11:30 tonight, temperatures are going to be well into the 20s across the Brazos Valley. With temperatures this cold, we're going to see everything freeze on the roadways as well as those sidewalk stairs, so make sure you are extra cautious if you have to get outside. And you notice this white stuff right here, this is snow that's moving in from the south and the west. An upper level disturbance going to move overhead, generating that band of precipitation across the area, and the atmosphere has actually cooled above our heads, so those snowflakes are going to fall and they're going to remain as snowflakes, so we're not going to deal with the freezing rain threat overnight into tomorrow morning. It's actually going to be in the form of some snow. And if we can go to the next slide, you're going to see what this precipitation shield does. Notice it really starts to expand across southern parts of the Brazos Valley, especially from Bryan College Station to the south toward 290. This is where some of it could actually start to accumulate as we head into early tomorrow morning. And that next slide shows you what this precipitation shield does as we continue to move into the morning hours. Just a couple hours after sunrise, still dealing with that wintry weather from Bryan College Station really to the south. There could be a few flurries out along that I-35 corridor, but I think it's going to be pretty light as you get to the north and northwest of Bryan College Station. And then as we move throughout the morning hours tomorrow, around 11:30, we're going to see that snow continuing across southern parts of the Brazos Valley. If we can advance that graphic, notice right here, we're continuing to deal with that snow across the Brazos Valley. Temperatures do start to climb though as we head into the latter parts of the morning, so we're going to get close to freezing tomorrow afternoon. So of course that's going to allow for just a little bit of melting, but just make sure that you're playing it safe if you have to get out on the roadways. And then if we can switch over to that next graphic, we'll go ahead and show you that it continues possibly into the early afternoon hours. That snow may be mixing in with just a little bit of sleet as well. Taking a look at the accumulations, if we can go on to the next map, we will see some accumulations across the Brazos Valley. Notice northern parts of the area, not really going to see anything, maybe a few flurries, but I think they're going to remain dry across northern parts of the Brazos Valley. But here in Bryan College Station could pick up just a little bit, maybe a dusting, possibly up to an inch, but I think most areas going to see an inch as you get toward that 290 corridor. This is where there could actually be some higher totals, maybe up to 2 inches. So as you work your way south of Bryan College Station, maybe Brenham, Giddings could possibly see some of those amounts closer to 2 inches. And this is only going to make the road conditions even worse out there tomorrow morning. So just keep that in mind. If you don't have to get on the roadways, I recommend not doing so. And if we can go on to the next slide, we're going to see that snow band not only in the Brazos Valley, but it's going to extend all the way along that I-10 corridor. Some heavier amounts as you work just west of the Texas Hill Country. Could actually see half a foot out here, and then extending into San Antonio and Austin, there actually could be 3-4 inches of snow here. And with those western hills in those cities, of course, the roadways are going to be pretty treacherous out there. If you're doing any travel plans or you have any friends or family out there, just make sure that you're letting them know to stay off of those roads if at all possible. And that snow band going to extend east along the I-10 corridor, possibly working its way into the northern suburbs of Houston, and of course right on up here into the Brazos Valley. And if we can go on to the next slide, you can see those temperatures. They've really gotten pretty cold over the past several days. The morning lows were in the 40s, and then they bottomed out in the single digits over the past couple of mornings. But the good news is, if we can go to that 10-day forecast, we do have warmer temperatures in the forecast. But we got to get through the next couple of days. Temperatures in the 30s. Most areas probably going to remain below freezing tomorrow all the way into Friday afternoon, but then those temperatures will climb up above freezing late Friday afternoon, and then by the weekend we see those temperatures. I've lowered them a little bit, but we'll be in the 40s by Saturday, possibly hitting the low 50s on Sunday, and then we finally return to the 60s the middle of next week, possibly some spring-like thunderstorms to end the week.